Soundclash Radio.
Yo, man, we back. This is Soundclash Radio. I'm sitting here with the Hangout Network. Shout out my dog Rex. You know what I'm saying? I am Tark the DJ, and today we got a very, very special guest. Sitting here with the one, the only, Zara Amaechi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. That's a good intro.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. I've been practicing. You kind of get better and better each time.
I like it.
How are you though? I feel like we've been trying to do this podcast, oh my gosh, for like ever, and you're finally here. How does it feel?
I'm excited. I'm really glad I'm here.
I feel like
great.
that's good. That's good. I'm glad you're here too. I feel like we really don't get to spotlight or highlight, journalists and writers enough. So I'm glad we get to do that today.
Yeah, it's weird on this side.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. How does it feel? You know what I mean? I'm interviewing you.
I'm understanding everyone's nervousness when it comes to me being like, can I interview you real quick? Can I ask you questions real quick?
Yeah.
And they're like, what are you going to ask? Because I'm sitting here like,
Yeah.
what are we going to talk about?
So you're a journalist and a reporter, right?
Yes.
So go ahead, drop that resume. Tell them who you work for. And
Hi, guys. So I am an arts and culture journalist. I work for KERA News, which is an NPR and PBS local station. We used to be partnered with Dallas Morning News for Arts Access, which was reporting on arts, equity, and culture in the city. But now it's just strictly KERA. And yeah, you can hear me on the radio.
what?
Yeah, don't ask me the station.
You got a good
'cause-
radio voice, though. I could like.
Thank you. I get that a lot. A lot of people always say, oh, you sound like a journalist.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Do you practice that like when you're in school for journalism, or is it just natural?
Nah, this is just how I've always talked.
Wow.
And I know like people that are in front of the camera, like broadcast journalists, they have a specific voice for the radio, so it's extra clear. And
It's
that's
like a
very crazy.
Midwestern, what's it
Yeah.
called? How do you say it?
Yeah,
The
'cause-
Midwest accent or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to school for broadcast journalism, went to UNT. So while I went to school, I had like a little, I was on the radio at UNT, so I had like a little switch voice that I used to use.
It's like code switching, but for like journalism.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
it before. I think there's like this famous, I think they worked for CNN or something like that, had like a black couple, and they were like talking
know
to
who
each
you're
other in the
talking
house
about.
in their like news reporter voice, and it was
I
just
think that's so crazy.
hilarious. man.
Yeah, and then when they come back to their regular voice, it's like, this is not the same
Southern,
person.
yeah, it's like, who the hell is this?
Sometimes it'd be a little, like, that ain't really a little ratchet a little bit.
You're like, how long, man?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
but you don't do that. You just talk like this.
I just talk. This is the way I talk. This is the way I've always talked.
I woke up like this.
Just very soft spoken.
Thank you. I can get low now, but
Yeah.
this is just me.
You got the perfect voice for an audiobook.
Thank you.
I would listen to you like narrate like the
Yeah.
book of like the Lion King.
I can't do voices, but I can read.
I can see you. You be the narrator. You wouldn't have to do the voice acting, but I
Yeah.
can see you doing the narration.
Like on my Morgan Freeman stuff.
Yeah, I would listen to that for sure.
She gonna be on 21 Savage album later.
Not for real. Okay, cool. So journalism and everything. And you get to cover some really cool stuff, arts and culture.
Yeah.
So talk about that, being like black in journalism and then being able to cover those type of things, arts, culture. I know you cover a lot of like local
Yeah.
stuff that you yourself like actually like. So.
Yeah. So it's really funny because my end goal in life was to become a music journalist. Like it's always been music, which I've always tried to go for.
Like that one movie.
Almost Famous. or something?
Almost Famous.
Yeah. We had to watch that in school once too.
Penny Lane. Yeah.
But my goal was to be a music journalist, and I've always loved music. I've always loved pop culture, and my mom has always played the news in our house. Like it's on 24/7,
Yeah.
no matter what. It's either that or Judge Judy, and I can only take so much.
You didn't want to be a judge, huh?
Yeah, I was not trying to do that. It was either a lawyer or this. So it was a natural fit. I was in journalism in high school, and I didn't take it very seriously. I did broadcast, so I was on camera just really messing around, like cracking jokes, running around the school and recording it, throwing a mic in people's face and being like, "Are you excited for the game?" Like, just doing stuff.
So it's been in you, like you've been.
Yeah. It's always been like the fun aspect of things, and then going into it as a career, I went into college for computer science first. Got to my senior year, COVID hit. I realized I didn't want to do this for the rest of my life, because if we're going to be stuck inside, I'm not going to mindlessly code all day, you know? So I went to journalism so I can at least talk to people. And that changed my entire life. I could plan my next 5 years without like any hesitation. I knew what I needed to do in 2, 3, 4, 5 months and have everything aligned to be able to get to where I am right now. But I will say it is very, very hard. Like, when they say journalism is about who you know, it is.
Yeah.
And it's not even like it's about who you know, like go to these events, become friends with these people. It's like they don't care who you are unless you if they know you can write and they remember your name, they'll give you a chance. I was trying to get close to journalists out here, and they wouldn't even give me the time. Like, there were plenty of journalists I would talk to out here. There were so many journalists I met in person, and I introduced myself, and they were just like, "Oh yeah, like, well, you know, circle back, we'll connect," and then we didn't. Or I would email them, and they would send me one generic email back, basically like saying like, "Oh, if you want to, you know, get a chance, you should cold pitch your stories to these publications," and that's it. But they're not going to tell me the editors to hit up. They're not going to, you know, like tell me. Yeah, they're not going to tell me the actual avenue to get in there. They're just going to tell me pitch. And stuff like that was really frustrating, because I knew there aren't a lot of Black journalists in Dallas, at least in Dallas.
Right.
I can't speak for the rest of the world, but at least in Dallas, there wasn't enough Black journalists that was covering arts and culture, and that's why a lot of Black culture in Dallas wasn't being reported unless it was reporting on like South Dallas and everything that's going on in South Dallas and you know, like the food desert and whatnot. And I was like, that's not all what Black culture is in Dallas. You know, it's not Red Bird Mall all day, you know?
Good.
So I was like, I need to find a way to get in there and make myself different than what they would expect. So I went into a fellowship with KERA that was covering race and social justice, and I made it very clear to them that my end goal is to get into the arts. Because there's so much culture in Dallas that revolves around Black culture, and nobody's talking about it. Not enough people are talking about it. All these publications love to cover Highland Park people. That's not all. That's not barely even a pinch of Dallas, you know? So I started off covering race and social justice, and I learned so much about Dallas Black culture in general, just the history, that like all of 75, all those streets are like named after like freed slaves, you know, like all that history.
I think you did. Did you do an article on the Black History Museum in Fair Park, right?
Yes.
So that's where I learned all of that information as well.
So, and it's just there. Like, it's literally just there, and there's so many people still trying to preserve it. And then I got an opportunity to be in the arts team after constantly voicing that I do not want to cover race and social justice anymore. I want to go to the arts, and I had to fight for that. I kept telling them, I don't care about these stories. Y'all get enough of these. I want to go to arts. And when I got into the arts, which was last year in January, I was like, go. I was like, okay, everyone hit me up. I'm writing a story on every DJ I know. I'm writing a story on every artist I know. I'm covering everything that I possibly can just to push it out there, because I had...
And those were some beautiful stories, by the way.
Thank you so much.
Like, very well written. I'm very impressed, and that's what made me want to have you here. So
thank you.
Do you feel like you have a responsibility to like share these stories and spread this information?
It definitely... I feel a little bit of guilt whenever I can't get to everyone's stories. And I think that kind of sucks, and I should never feel that way. As a journalist, you're not even supposed to really like have a feeling at all. If you don't get to the story, you don't. It is what it is. But I only feel guilt because I want people to read these stories. I want people to know that these things are happening out here. And I get a lot of responses on my story saying, thanks for writing this. I didn't know this was happening. Or thanks for putting this out there. Like, this is so cool. Like, a lot of people were reading it for the first time and finding out that this thing that's out here has been out here for years and they've never heard of it. They've never come across it before. And they're happy that they now can join it or they can now enjoy it themselves. And I'm just like, yeah, open y'all's door, walk outside, talk to somebody.
That's what's up, man.
You don't want to do the work, so it's cool. I'll do it for y'all.
Yeah, I love that. I really do love, like, the fact that I'm reading in, like, Dallas Morning News, and it's people that I know, DJs that I know, it's written by someone that I know, you know what I mean? So it's really a blessing, I think, for you to be in the city and, like, being able to do stuff that you like, for one, and stuff that also, like, shines light on, like, a lot of other locals and everything, people that's actually doing stuff, you know, CD Club, Double D's or anything like that. Like, I love reading those stories that you write about those places because it's like, damn, I'll be there.
Yeah, like, and it's so exciting to see yourself in there. Like, it's so exciting. I also love, like, being able to use the photographers and being like, take pictures of the crowd, and y'all are in the crowd.
We the ones
y'all are
in there.
seeing yourselves in there. It's lit.
Yeah. All right, we're going to get into this MF Doom real quick, and we'll take a quick break, come right back.
Stick around, come through and dig the sound of the fly brown 6060 cycle. Who throws a dick around? Bound to go 3 plat. Came to destroy rap. It's an intricate plot of a b-boy strap. Fem stack cats get kidnapped. Then release a statement to the press. Let the rest know who did that. Metal fist terrorists claim responsibility. Broken household name usually set in hostility. What is MF? You silly. I like to take men's to the end for 2 milli. Do-do-do-do-do. That's an audio daily double. Rappers need to fall off just to save me the trouble. Yo, watch your own back. Came in and go out alone, black. Stay in the zone. Turn H2O to cognac. On doomsday, ever since the womb till I'm back where my brother went. That's what my tumor say. Right above my government doomulate. Either unmarked or engraved, hey, who's to say? I wrote this one in BCDCO section. If you don't believe me, go get bagged and checked in. Cell number 17, I'm under the top bunk. I say this not to be mean, was bad luck, a pop junk. Pop the trunk on C-Cypher leave him left scraped, God forbid. If ain't no escape, blame MF tape. Definition super villain. A killer who loved children, one who is well skilled in destruction as well as building. While Sidney Sheldon teaches the trife to be trifer. I'm trading science fiction with my man, a live lifer. A Pied Piper, holler a rhyme, a dollar and a dime. Do his thing, ring around the white collar crime. Get out my face, asking about my case, need toothpaste. Professor Mint, monkey style nigga to death to death. And dope fiends still in their teens. Shook niggas turn witness. Real men's mind their own business. That's the difference between sissy pissy rappers is double dutch. How come I hold a microphone double clutch? COs make rounds, never have ox found on shakedown, lockdown, wet dreams of Fox Brown. On doomsday, ever since the womb till I'm back where my brother went. That's what my tumor say. Right above my government doomulate. Either unmarked or engraved, hey, who's to say? Doomsday, ever since the womb till I'm back to the essence. Read it off the tomb. Either engraved or unmarked grave, who's to say? Pass the mic like Pastor P's like they used to say. Some MFers don't like how Sally walk. I tell y'all fools is hella cool, her ladies from Cali talk. Never let it interfere with the Yeti ghetto slang. Nicknames off nipple and tip of nipples metal fang. Known amongst hoes for the bang bang. Known amongst foes for flow without no talking orangutans. Only gin and tang, guzzle out a rusty tin can. Me and this mic is like yin and yang. Clang, crime don't pay. Listen, youth, it's like me holding up the line at the kissing booth. I took her back to the truck, she was uncouth. Spitting all out the sunroof through her missing tooth. But then she has a sexy voice, sound like Jazzy Joyce. So I turned it up faster than a speeding knife. Strong enough to please a wife. Able to drop today's math in the 48 keys of life. Cut the crap for his rap. Touch the mic and get the same thing an A-Rab would do to you for stealing. What the devil? He's on another level. It's a word, no a name. MF, the super villain. Doomsday.
Clash Radio with Talk the DJ.
All right, man, we back, man. Sound Clash Radio. That was End of Doom, Doomsday. You know what I'm talking about? I'm sitting here with Rix, Hangout Network,
What's the deal?
and of
bro?
course, my homegirl Zara Amaechi. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Okay, see? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm cultured. You know what I'm talking about? So we just had a real great conversation about kind of Zara's background and her as a journalist. Like I said, we don't really get to shine light on the people who ask the questions. You know what I'm saying? You come up with your own questions when you're doing journalism, or do they kind of like?
Yeah. If based on the story that's happening, I just kind of think about what I would want to know if I read the story.
Yeah, it took me a while, like doing this, to like come up with the right questions and not sound like super generic. Where you from? What inspires you?
It takes that time. Trust me, it takes that time. I'm the type of person that'll think of questions also while I'm talking to people.
Yeah,
So I'm just like, oh, you said this. Let's talk about that for a second. You know?
active listening.
Yeah, like, so you need to give me a little more details. Yeah.
Like dig deep a little bit. Do you have like a selection process when it comes to your story?
Kind of yes and no. So I am always open to every pitch. Whatever anybody wants covered, bring it to me, tell me why, like what you want covered. And then I kind of try to craft a story that is still newsworthy and worth sharing rather than just being like, oh, this party's happening. Because that's not a story. Like, that's a flyer.
Yeah, it's promotion.
That's promotion.
Yeah.
But yeah, me and my editor will sit down and try to craft a story. And if it's just not newsworthy, like if there's just nothing behind the story, then we kind of scratch it, or we say, hey, we'll wait till after the event to see if anything happens during it that we can report on. Or, hey, that's just not for us.
Yeah.
Come with us with a different idea, and that's fine.
Okay. So do you lean more towards like what's trending, or more towards what's underrepresented?
Underrepresented. That has always been my thing. So when we were partnered with Dallas Morning News, I did a lot of trending things, like anything that was happening right then and there. But Dallas Morning News is a very fast publication. So everything that's happening that day, they want to report it. You know, they want to be the first. And that's every publication. But KERA News is very detailed. They want a story that actually teaches you rather than just telling you this thing's happening today.
Yeah.
So starting off in KERA, I was very much like, oh, I want to report on underserved communities, people that don't get recognition, and people that are doing crazy things out here and people just don't know about it, or it's small, you know?
Yeah.
And that just feels more fulfilling. Like, I'm shining a light on people that don't even think they deserve it, you know, but they're getting all the recognition.
And it's nice to have a career that's also fulfilling.
Yeah, I get to give back.
Paying the bills is cool.
Yeah. Baby, it barely pays bills. I am still a journalist.
You got this cool job in the city. It's like a TV sitcom or something.
Yeah.
And like you wake up and I'm sure you have your coffee.
You know, me and my friends talk about we need to start going to a local bar, like How I Met Your Mother or Friends, and just be there and just show up. Yeah,
like all the time. Like
all the time. Someone just has to be there, and we're just gonna start showing
like some
up.
in the city shit for real.
Yeah.
Mike's Gemini was a good.
That is.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
That
you
and
know?
Mayor's Garden. We're gonna start doing
Mayor's
all that.
Garden.
What's
Okay.
what's on Family Guy with the drunken clown?
The Drunken Clown. That's what Mike Gemini remind me of, honestly.
You just come up
Like a
there.
real hangout bar. You got
Alright,
your jukebox, your
As soon
darts.
as you get there, you got your order.
Yeah, you know what you want.
Hey,
The usual.
I need to go there.
Usual.
That was double D's for me until, they start going viral on TikTok every week Thursday.
It's actually so sad that we don't have double D's to ourselves anymore.
Man, I'm a double D's purist, you know what I'm saying? So, and you were there too. You was outside during that time when they had like their first year and the second year.
Yeah.
And it was just like a chill local bar.
Yeah. There was one year I was going every single weekend. Like
Yeah.
me and my friends were just there.
I never got
every
to go.
Yeah, I was there with you. I was.
You never got to go?
I never got to go. I stayed right around the corner too. I used to stay right around the corner.
Is the line too long? Like,
Nah, but by the time now, it's like like I just said, it's like
By the time you wanted to pop out to it, it was already cooked.
I've been seeing every time I drive past it because I stayed in the design district.
Yeah.
So every time I used to drive past, I'm like, this ain't cool.
Still love double D. Still love the staff, the drinks, but
But yeah,
it's
I
not
got-
like my go-to
Yeah,
anymore.
I guess I gotta go on a night where I don't know, every time I drive past it, I was practice here.
Yeah,
hell.
pretty much every day, Double D is gonna have a line. It's gonna be packed to that motherfucker. Why do y'all think the new spots are so small?
I don't know, but it's irritating
Cheaper.
me.
Lady Love, Boogies,
Cheaper.
which I love Boogies and Lady Love, by the way. Atlas is fucking tiny.
You
as
can
hell.
pack it out. Though.
Yeah,
Tiny
it's less
victories.
commitment to have to like pack it out.
Yeah,
you know?
I can feel that.
They can have slow nights and still survive.
True.
Yeah,
But damn, man.
they're tiny.
We need
Lady
something.
Love is tiny.
That's what I'm like, which I think is the smallest.
I ain't never been to that.
Alice
Ours
is
is a strip. It's a hallway.
Alice is a bar, yeah, it's
It's
just
a
a bar.
hallway.
But the way y'all talk about Lady Love, though, to me, I think it seems like a concert hall. The way y'all be talking about it.
It be
There's
feeling like
different
that.
type of DJs.
But Lady Love's another one.
nights and stuff. I'm like, dang, what's been concert hall in the
It's another one of those where before it would start going viral all the time, it was like very intimate.
What
You
talk
could pop
on
in,
it?
pop
It's
out.
y'all fault. Y'all
It
gotta
don't be
stop-
us.
I don't post it.
No,
I don't be us.
I
it's-
gatekeep.
It's specifically DJs. I gotta stop being so damn good.
Yeah.
It's y'all job where y'all sets go viral.
Hey, Lady Love at the
Like,
gold
where's the
mine with
safety?
DJs though.
Then y'all wanna have an all J. Cole night, all Lil Wayne night.
They have
Of
the
course,
best
people want to pull up.
DJs.
Yeah, Lady Love hit the gold mine with DJs because
Yeah, what's-
every night they bring in heat.
Then what's my guy Junk?
And they're open every day, unlike Double
Junk
D's.
food? No, junk food is like
Junk
a
food is top tier.
gem.
Oh, yeah.
Did Junk Food have when he was on the show? The SpongeBob Raves and all that.
Yeah, yes, but
He did a SpongeBob rave?
junk food. Yeah, we went to the SpongeBob Raid. That junk food with headline.
What?
Exactly, bro. Like, come on,
It's a
bro.
theme. It's a theme party, and everyone dressed like SpongeBob and was like going crazy. Like they had the
What
big
was this?
Doodle Bob. About a
Doodle Bump is crazy.
About a year and a half ago, we randomly, I think we was just at one of my homegirls' house. It was just like a group of like 10 of us just kind of kicking it, and then Junk Food posted a flyer. I think Kimberly sent us the invite. It's like, hey y'all want to come backstage? We're at the SpongeBob Rave, and all 10 of us was like, fuck it, you know. And so we went to the SpongeBob Rave, and it was exactly what I.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is
Shit like-
SpongeBob Rave. Yeah.
Shit like that go viral. Y'all wonder why these places.
And then it gets ruined. Yeah. We gotta gatekeep. We need to bring back gatekeeping.
I'll bring back gatekeeping for sure.
all
Matter
over
of fact,
community.
edit when I said Mike's Gemini twin. Edit that out.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah,
actually
I
trash.
Beat that out.
Yeah, yeah.
Mayor's gardens are garbage.
Hot dogs are horrible.
Yeah.
That was bad. Yeah, beep all those out. I haven't been to
crazy.
Mayor's though. I've been hearing pretty good things about it.
It's terrible. It's ass. Don't go. They ain't doing nothing.
Everybody go to
over there.
Mayor's.
They not doing nothing. My God.
But yeah, man, these places are like tiny, you know. Like it started off, I feel like with tiny victories, and it was like, oh, you know, let's go to the small ass bar. But now it's like, damn, everywhere I go, it's like
Cramped, hot, can barely move. And I feel like everyone is chasing that Studio 54 vibe, and
yeah.
that's cute, but we're not Studio 54.
And we got boogies now. Like everyone else, we don't even need.
Yeah, that's enough. That's an all dance floor spot.
Yeah.
So if you really, really want to dance and be cramped and shoulder to shoulder, go to Boogies.
Go to Boogies.
But
if you want to
everywhere
like
else-
hear some lyrics and
Yeah.
some words you can sing and yell, go to Double D's.
Go to Double D's.
Or Lady Love.
If you want to sit down in the middle of the dance floor, go to Double D's or Lady Love.
Yeah.
Have a good time. They're great. But I'm trying to dance and move,
Yes.
so I need a bigger venue.
Yes,
But
I
that's also
agree.
why I only go to raves now.
Okay, I can
Yeah.
see that. I see that.
Yeah.
And I didn't peg you for a rave person when I first met you. I
Yeah.
remember you and Lex was talking about some wild shit.
We-
and some raves. I'm not gonna,
you
I'm not gonna disclose on the pod. But I was like, Zara did what? She did what at work?
Look,
I
I love
love
music.
Zara be outside for
Zara
me.
be outside, man.
I
Zara
love
be
music.
outside.
Outside with my tweet, I
She
be
be outside.
vibing.
She be yeah, her and Lex pop out, man. Evil twins for sure.
I'm there. When we are outside, we're outside.
Yeah.
We're outside for as long as they'll let us be out there till they tell us to go home.
So they drag you back to the house.
Drag us
That's how
into
she
the
got all the
crib.
good exclusive stories.
Yeah, she be
I
outside.
be talking to too many people all at once.
This day, you know, it's an article like, I was out here last night. It was so crazy.
It's amazing.
Man, but that's what's up though. So I wanted to know before we go to this next break, what's a story that like I know you said earlier you're not supposed to have your emotions involved when you're doing journalism. I know that was a big thing for like Oprah back in the day. I know she said she used to cry when she was reporting sad stuff. So what's one story where it was just like, man, like this shit is sad?
Oh my gosh. I think I've had a few. I've had two for sure. but one of them that really stuck out to me was the Black Bookstore booklet got shut down because she was being harassed. And the apartment complex that her store was connected to and the cops, well, the apartment complex wasn't doing anything. And the cops could only do so much until it got to a point where they were like, okay, we'll just be the security outside of your store. And the guy still did not care. He was still harassing her, breaking into the store, like charging at her all the time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a very scary situation for her, but that was her bread and butter. That was her store. That was her main job.
Yeah.
And the fact that the apartment complex was giving her a hard time about it, they were like boosting her rent despite what she was going through. She lost that store and she lost her main revenue. And at the time when I was interviewing her,
It's a black-owned
it's a black-owned bookstore, and it was the first
Man.
black-owned bookstore in Farmers Branch.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
First black-owned bookstore in Farmers Branch.
Man, okay.
Exactly. So when that was happening, it was very, very sad to hear her tell the story, because at the end of it, she was just like, yeah, I don't know what happens next. Like, she hadn't even gone to court yet. Like, she was in the process of doing that. So she was like, I might have to move back home to out of Texas. She's not even from Texas. She was like, I might have to move back because I have a son and I don't have any money now and
That's crazy.
just whatever. So that
So you did a story on that.
did a story on that. It did very well.
Yeah.
It was the most viewed, read, and listened to story of the year 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, it was number one.
Did it create any kind of awareness for her and
Yes,
kinda help her out a little bit?
it sparked like a wildfire. Like, I never gotten so many email responses on a story like I got on that one. I had people from other cities emailing me saying, I read your story, I listened to it, I'm so sad. Like, what can we do to help her open her store back up? Like, how do we get in contact with her? And I remember when it dropped, my email was just flooded with responses of people just upset that it happened.
Yeah.
And then other news outlets heard about it, and so she got more stories out about her situation. She has not opened up a new store yet, but it definitely made people want to partner with her. So she does a lot of pop-ups, and she still has her subscription around. So yeah, she's still afloat. I believe she's still here in Dallas. I've seen her a few times. So, but yeah, it helped her balance out at least.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's really sad, man. Should have caught the Nation of Islam or something. Like
Not the
NAACP.
Black Israelites.
Hey,
Get my
God
boy
help.
fair card.
That's what they there for. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these white folks are harassing you.
Yeah.
No, I'm playing.
We got fair card out here. Still got my boy Big X.
Yeah.
All the boys.
Man.
We could
She
have
called the
rounded
right
it down.
person, though. She called Zara.
Yeah.
Zara got, yeah.
Zara got the job done.
Non-violent, yeah.
I had to go cry in my car after that.
Yeah.
Like, cried, and I was like, okay, let
So
me go
th-
write this.
So does that happen often, like to where it's like a story like gets you, or is that like kind of like a rare instance?
It's rare. I haven't had many sad stories, like things that have broken my heart. I've had some stories that I've been like, dang, that's the worst situation that could have ever happened, but it's never broken my heart because there's always a better outcome at the end of my stories.
Yeah.
That was one that I was like, damn, like, what am I supposed to do here?
Because you want to help, you know, as a
I wanna
journalist,
help.
it's like, how can you even help
I
that
literally
type
was
of
like, what can I do?
Yeah.
What can other people do to help you? And she was like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not there yet.
Dang.
I think the only other story that has broken my heart has been after Election Day. I had to interview a reproductive justice place here in Dallas. And it was right after the election, so Trump won again. And it's a Black-owned reproductive justice place.
Yeah.
And she was crying through the entire interview. She was like, we lost. We just lost reproductive rights. We just lost Black rights. Like, we just lost a whole bunch of things. And she was crying through the interview, and I was just like,
Try to hold back the tears.
I like turned my camera off at one point. I was like, I'm so sorry. And I like turned off my camera and was like crying as she was talking. And I like had to wipe my tears. And I looked at my editor. I went to my editor because I had a meeting with her. And she was like, hey, how you doing? And I was like, girl.
Don't even, yeah. No, you don't make it worse.
Understand. You don't even understand.
Yeah, you don't make it worse. I'm not trying to hear that shit.
Yeah.
She was of another decision.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm sure, I don't think anyone I work with support that man at all.
Okay, yeah.
But it was just kind of like, you don't understand as a black woman.
You don't know about shrooms.
You don't know. So,
Nah, I understand that, man. It gets, I can see how the job could get a little, it ain't all sunshine and
not always
happy
great.
reporting.
Yeah.
You gotta get to the nitty gritty.
Yeah, it can be hard sometimes.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get into the Slum Village real quick. We're gonna come back with some questions from Rex. Love those.
What you say? Just say. Don't get mad cause I'm doing things you just can't. Hey, 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 hey. What you say? Get this money. If this ain't what you gon' do today, just say, hey, I wanna get paid. My man, you need to get back like the rebate. And biddies need to step up like the home plate. My man, now what you know about the Great Lakes? We contemplate on getting money like the sweepstakes. Sipping dark grapes, party in the dark shade. You see it, you cold chillin' like a ballet. Mar and biddies ride like a Harley. Money maker, the Rico Suave. Hey, radio play the ass like arcades. Every day the holidays, some niggas stay paid. You celebrate the holidays with the money. Ain't about the pace, nigga, stay away. Hey, 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 hey. What you say? Get this money. If this ain't what you gon' do today, just say, hey, I wanna get paid. Somebody said that radio would never ever play some of that Detroit Motor City foreplay. Honestly earning my dough, keeping it real, y'all. Counting my cash and showing you how the boss ball. I never thought that we would make it up this far. Gripping my cream color Cadillac North Star. Detroit Motor City finest is who we are. This is for my ladies who get out, chill at the bar. This is for my ladies who get out, chill at the bar. When I was a young boy, chilling in my daddy's nuts, all I could hear was a rhyme and dope cuts. Growing up thinking I was nothing but a glut. Another day, another buck, another slut. All I wanna do is get paid. Uptown, don't stop. Hey, 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 hey. What you say? Get this money. If this ain't what you gon' do today, just say, hey, I wanna get paid. Hey, 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 hey. What you say? Get this money. If this ain't what you gon' do today, just say, hey, I wanna get paid. Hey, 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 hey,
Sound Clash Radio with Talk the DJ.
Hey, yes sir, we back, man. Sound Clash Radio. It's been a great episode so far. One of our greatest, I think. You know what I'm saying? It's been pretty nice, pretty neat.
See, this is what happens when you have a journalist on the show.
Got a journalist on the show. You know what I'm
Come
saying?
on now, y'all.
Got to rise to the occasion.
You gotta make sure the conversation right. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. This just in. Look.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. But nah, man, we back. This is Sound Clash Radio. I'm sitting here with my homegirl, Zara Amaechi.
Hello.
From the news.
Yeah, PBS, you know what I'm saying?
But yeah, man, I think my boy Rex wanted to ask you some
Oh, yeah, man. That's
some questions.
some fun questions. But before we get to the questions, I just wanted to know, like, explain your process. How do you pick a story, go to that story, and choose it, and cover it?
So I look for what I haven't covered already, or what I haven't covered in a while. So I might cover like theater one day, and I might do a bunch of theater stories in 1 month, and get burned out of that and be like, okay, I need like a music story in here, or I need an art gallery story in here. Like I need something, to mix it around. And once I pick that story, I try to think of who would be the best person to talk to in that story. If it's like a gallery, I'll talk to the artist, obviously. I'll talk to the art gallery owner. I will talk to whoever curated the, exhibition. I'll just talk to anybody and everybody. And if it's an event, I just go to the event and I literally just talk to everybody. Like I will pull somebody aside, even if it's just somebody attending the event. I'll be like, hey, can I interview you really quick? Ask their opinion on the event, why they're here, what they think this helps Dallas with, And then when it comes to the artists, I just ask them all the generic, everything that you're supposed to ask. But I try to get as many people as I can, while also not overworking myself and just talking to everybody and having a bunch of clips that I don't need at all. But I think it's easier to say that my sources, like y'all do the work for me. I just have to tap in your shoulder and say, hey, can I ask you questions? And the questions are so easy because it's really like, why are you here? What are you doing here? Do you like it? Like, tell me how you feel about this. To me, it's just a conversation. To y'all, it's y'all actually giving me all the information that I can take and then just rewrite in a clear way for everyone to be able to read. Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it. What's one cultural story in Dallas you wish everybody knew?
One culture story that I wish everyone...
Like Dallas culture.
What is y'all's culture? Hold on.
Literally, I was just saying this.
I wish that everybody in Dallas knew about reciprocity.
Reciprocity.
Is that how you say it?
Reciprocating.
It's not like that. So, the gallery owners of Pencil on Paper Gallery, they are kind of a extremely pivotal people. They're pivotal in Dallas culture. They went to school with Erykah Badu. They had a gallery back in like the 90s called Reciprocity. And it was Emmanuel Gillespie specifically. He had that gallery, and it was, if you imagine like the old days where, not even the old days, when I said like my friends, we want to go to like a bar and people are just there. And we walk in, we talk to the bar staff, our friends, we talk to them about our day, whatnot. That was that gallery space, but in the evening. Like, people were just showing up for a gallery space to hear, like, someone doing spoken words in one corner and someone singing in another corner and then someone breakdancing in the middle. And everyone is, like, doing a kumbaya circle in another corner. And that was just the shared space. It was like a dance hall party, but, like, in a gallery. So everyone's just prioritizing art. And it's almost, the way I'm describing it is not even doing it justice. It's almost... like what you just imagine everyone having fun back in like the 70s, the 80s, and being careless and also being like just free and having fun. They had that. And they had that in that gallery. And Erykah Badu would perform because they went to school with her. Yeah. And Common would show up sometimes because she was outside. So there are people that they're so connected to, but you would just think, oh, they're just, old heads that love art and own an art gallery, when they are actually educated,
embedded in.
They are art. Like they are art.
Yeah. Pacemakers.
Yeah.
What's your favorite or discovered Dallas creative spot?
Undiscovered?
Yeah. I know we just talked about earlier.
I'm a gatekeeper, don't do that. But yes, I will share one.
Just one.
I don't know if everyone knows this, but also it's very niche because if you're a raver, you kind of know the spot. But It'll Do. It'll Do. You only the real ravers go to It'll Do. I love that place. But like, I don't want it to be known because they bring out such crazy DJs, worldwide DJs. Like everyone goes there, and it's actually just for dancing. Like dancing with a light show above your head. and it's pitch black, and then the lights are flashing, and that's it. So it's the real Studio 54 of Dallas.
Real raves.
Yeah.
It'll do is that guy.
It is
You
a
slid there?
spot.
Yeah, I've been to It'll Do a couple times.
Okay.
Yeah, I like It'll Do.
It is a spot.
Yeah, I fuck with It'll Do actually.
All right, music, art, food. Pick one that best defines Dallas and why.
Definitely not food.
Definitely not music.
So art?
Art, yeah.
Why is it not food? Hold on. Let's go.
Y'all ain't got food like that.
no food like
Y'all
that,
ain't got no food like that. Y'all got restaurants that are pretty and pretty plates.
We ain't got no food out here, bro, for real.
Y'all got bars. Y'all got cocktails. I'll let y'all have cocktails.
We got goddamn barbecue, bro. Where's y'all on?
Where?
Nigga, everywhere.
What's the
barbecue's
best barbecue
better.
place in Dallas city limits?
The best barbecue place in Dallas City limits.
Outside of Dallas. Dallas zip code.
What? Hold on, bro. We can't do it.
Nah, bro. See what I'm talking
We
about?
can't do Dallas
I
zip
can't
code,
run.
bro.
I'm in downtown right now. Where's the nearest place I can go to get some good ass barbecue?
He ain't gonna Terry Blacks.
No. And that's what makes me mad. Y'all got too many chains out here. Y'all need some local spots.
We
Like
got
only
local
local
spots. You can go to the cliff all day. It's a barbecue place on every corner.
Is them hoes hidden?
Yes, Smokey Jones hit.
I'm gonna have to check it
Cooley's
out.
hit.
I'm gonna have to check it out, bro. I done been to Terry Black's. I done been to a couple others. Smoky
Because
Jones.
I ain't talking about, like, you know what I'm saying? Smokey Jones hit.
I ain't been to Smoky John's. I'm gonna have to
Smoky
check it out.
John's, he-
Records is
I
ass.
never fought the records.
Terry Black's is just barbecue.
It's
bro.
just barbecue.
It's like nothing special about it for real.
And the thing about barbecue with me is that I needed to taste how it smells. Barbecue out here smells really good, but then when you eat it, it's
Dry.
not a season. Yeah.
Dry.
It's
Where you
so
from?
fun. San Antonio. I was raised in San
We
Antonio.
gonna talk about our barbecue.
But we have
some
tacos, we got Mexican food.
They got
Y'all
some
ain't
authentic ass Mexican food.
Y'all ain't got no Mexican food.
Yeah, they got that authentic.
We got a few business
Yeah.
spots.
We got like two maybe, but they got that authentic on every
Every short, every
Antonio.
corner.
every strip, every hole in the wall, little mom
We
and
just
pop
talked about
shit.
that. My college roommates from San Antonio, so.
We don't have any like food for real, bro. Like food culture, bro. Like not like Houston and
What do Houston got?
African food.
fucking food, bro.
Like
Like,
what?
bro, all that like all them concepts and shit like that.
What concepts? Name them. Let's
I don't
go.
really know. I don't know.
Go,
What's
you
Taste Bar? Isn't that a Houston thing? Taste Bar and all that type of shit. They got shit like that. I don't know. I can't off the top of my head name.
Exactly.
They have the Lotus seafood.
But I know I can pull up to. Houston, and I'm gonna pull up, and I know I'm gonna get taken care of with
gonna eat good.
with
We
any
eat good
kind of
here.
food, bro.
Y'all sleep, bro.
No, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
I'm not
Y'all
eating
sleep.
good
We
here.
don't really have no food for real.
Yeah,
Not in
restaurants.
Dallas. Not the outskirts of Dallas.
Bro,
got all the
that's
food.
Maybe the
still
outskirts.
Dallas, bro.
The outskirts have
What's considered outskirts?
is bussin'. Like Red Oak got the.
That's Dallas, bro.
Red Oak is Ellis County, brother.
Does Red Oak even
Red Oak
have
is
food for
Ellis
real
County.
like that?
So Red Oak has the best catfish place, I would say.
Where?
Forney has the best.
Fresh flopping
And
fish.
where they from?
They from Dallas, but there's not no Dallas. But they not in Dallas, bro. I gotta drive 30 minutes from here right now downtown to get to that
It's not
motherfucker.
our fault that Dallas is what top 10
Bro,
biggest
Red Oak
city
is
in the world.
Ellis County, bro.
It's not our fault that
Hutchins
Dallas.
Barbecue isn't even Dallas for real.
I don't like Hutchins barbecue.
Taste
You
y'all.
going against Keith Lee now, so I can't even, you know what I'm saying?
Keith Lee likes them?
Keith Lee like it.
Keith Lee been wrong about a
Now,
lot.
two partners, they not consistent, but when they good,
Right to the south.
they fire. Two partners, they
Okay,
fire.
okay.
But they not consistent though. You might pull up and get some bullshit one day.
That's a lot of places though, bro.
Not in Houston.
Yes, it is. We just go them days and be popping.
But
You ain't never pulled up to Houston on a Tuesday with your regular spot.
But I would. But I
I
absolutely
would though. I would check. I
Where
would
you
try.
going? Where you going?
In Houston?
Where you going?
Oh my goodness. Last time I went to Houston, I don't even remember the name of the spot, but me and my friend were out there and we were just trying to get food. Like, that's it. We searched up like bowls, like Mediterranean food by
I
us.
said, I'll eat this.
Dingy, most dingy drive-through I've ever gone through. The drive-through was boarded up too, so he had to like, you know.
that shit was busting. All they
Like,
got is a fryer, and then they got a bathroom in that bitch.
What? Best food I've ever had. It was double fried chicken
Ah yeah.
with a Mediterranean bowl.
Oh yeah.
I cried.
I'll eat Mediterranean food, so I can't tap in.
So moral of the story, art.
Art, yeah, y'all got some big donors out here.
Really good art out here. I think like I mean, just look at Dallas as a whole. Like at the city, when you look around, there's
Yeah.
a lot of art. Like even the buildings are made.
It's also a finance district, so you're
Yeah.
gonna have a lot of like philanthropists just pouring their money into art.
Clyde Warren is a work of art. AT&T Discovery District is a
But
piece
y'all
of
ain't
work
got
of
no
art.
parks. No, y'all. You just said Clyde Warren Park. Y'all ain't got parks.
Well, first of all, we got parks coming. We got a Trinity
y'all don't
Groves
have
expansion.
trees. There aren't even trees in this city. I'd hate to hate on Dallas.
Yeah, we don't have
but
trees.
We gotta
y'all
take
White
ain't
Rock
got
Lake.
trees.
We gotta take you to the Zara. We got spend a day. We gotta go to the hood.
She ain't never been to Cedar Ridge. She never been to Cedar Ridge.
Y'all been to
Missouri.
Cedar Ridge. That's all y'all got.
We gotta take you to the hood.
There's plenty of trees.
Different spots. We got trees all throughout this.
Please, I need to see the trees.
They got trees in the south.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We got parks over there too. They just might be outside doing something else, but we got parks.
Oh, but y'all got art. I'll let y'all have that.
Hey, that's all I got. That's
That was
all I
it?
got. Yeah, that's all I got.
All right, cool. She made it through. She made it through the fun questions. You know what I'm saying? So
But-
yeah, what?
But I do got a question though, since we what brought you to Dallas?
So I ran track at college in San Antonio for my first year.
Where do you
What
fit?
you run?
I was a heptathlete, so I did all the events plus pole vault.
He was a what'd you do?
Distance.
Taco?
I was a
Yeah,
distance
my boy was a
runner.
distance runner. He can't
I
believe
could never
it.
do that.
Yeah, I
Like,
did 800,
kudos.
800.
Yeah, my boy was a runner.
And it was funny. Somebody on the I was on vacation and there was like this old ass track coach and he was like making fun of my 800 time. He was like, he was like, I told him my PR. He was like,
That's it.
he's like getting on my ass a little bit, but I was a regional champ in
Yeah, let the niggas know.
2 mile.
Yeah, 2 miles. My boy ran 2 miles.
Ran the 2 mile and I was dusting their ass like out there like the Ethiopians man, out there.
I couldn't do
The
it. bro.
Kenyans.
Them kids, you know what I'm saying? I'm gone on their ass, the 2 mile. But yeah, that's what's up. So you came for track? And
Yeah, I
I
transferred.
never
UNT.
wanted to run
You
track
transferred
in
to what?
college.
UNT?
UNT, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, my boy was UNT as well.
I was down there.
Y'all was it might have been around the same time.
Nah, I was out of there in 2016.
Oh, I graduated high school 2017.
Yeah, I was out of there.
Yeah.
I was out of there in
Dang, son.
2016.
The youngest, you know?
Hey,
Okay,
speaking
okay.
of UNT, you know they just closed down Cricket Crest.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's so
That's
sad.
sad. That's like a staple. And I heard it wasn't even like business was doing bad. The
They
owner
said
just
the-
sold it.
They said the whole Front Street is kind of like being shut down.
It's
It's
different.
like it's probably a landlord issue, honestly.
Yeah.
So sad.
That's usually what it is.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Because now what they got is a lot. The lot's not that good.
Hey, Cricket Crest.
Mm.
Cricket Crest was different.
Free Crow was different. After like at 3 a.m.
Yeah, after
you're
the Front
drunk,
Street, Front Street.
leaving the garage.
Yeah, the
I
garage
chose
has the
something to
garage.
survive.
Y'all
Yeah.
didn't ass on somewhere.
She got the new did though. She got the did with the Bucky's was down there.
Buc-ee's
She got the did with the whole backside was built up. See, all I had was the weak ass mall.
Oh, the what is
Golden
that mall?
Triangle.
Golden
That's
Triangle.
the only thing we had. Was going trying
Nothing there.
any parties.
I wouldn't know, man. I used
Yeah,
to
y'all
go.
have
I used to go to Killer's Taco. I used to DJ. That was my first DJ.
Oh yeah, I was at
I
Killer
only
Tacos.
ate there like twice.
Killer's Tacos.
I didn't
I
get to
didn't
explore.
hear about Killer Tacos until I left, and they started Tools started throwing her Tools were on there.
We started having
so I'm like,
sets
oh,
and parties at Killer's Taco.
One place I wish I went to in Denton was Tom's Daiquiri. I never went there, but I would always see it, and there were people always in it. But I just felt like that was one of those spots like you find weirdos in there, so I just let them have it.
The Fiends.
Yeah, I was like, y'all can have that. I don't need that.
Okay. Well, man, this has been a really good episode, I feel like. Before we do wrap up, though, I do want to say, like, thank you so much for coming.
Yeah.
I know we've been trying to work this out for a minute. We had, like, snowstorms and
Of course,
tornadoes
yes,
and all that type of crazy stuff going on in Dallas. But you're here,
I'm here.
and I want you to know that we appreciate you.
Thank you.
what I'm
I
saying?
love that I'm here. I learned so much.
Oh yeah, of course. And before you go, I want to just tap you for like some advice for anyone who is like of color, who is breaking into these fields that are dominated by people who are not of color, specifically journalism. People who maybe didn't go to school for journalism who want to get into it, maybe give them some advice as well.
I think advice that I wish I would have heard that I wasn't hearing from anybody was how to actually do it. I think take a chance on every opportunity. That's really a big thing. No opportunity is too small and no opportunity is bad for your career. journalism is all about experience. So if you start off reporting on politics, but you want to be a music journalist, you have experience reporting, period, now. Like, it doesn't matter where you start. Don't lean into your imposter syndrome at all, because every journalist, and I mean every single journalist out there, has imposter syndrome. You're not a bad writer. Even when you get edits back, even when you have to sit on the phone with your editor going through your edits, you are not a bad writer. You are simply just a writer. No one's perfect. No writing is perfect until it's made perfect. And keep talking, keep writing, keep talking to people, literally meet every single person in a room, introduce yourself as a journalist, because that's what you are. If you're a writer or reporter, say, my name is Zara and I'm a reporter, even when you don't have the job, because at the end of the day, you don't have to have the job. You can freelance, babe. Like, you're a reporter, period.
Yep.
Just be true about it. Meet every single person, know every single person in a room, even on a first name basis, and then go from there.
Man, Zara Amaechi, everybody, can we get a round of applause, please? Yeah, that's some good advice. I really appreciate it. You dropping them gems on us like that on this podcast, on this platform.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm glad we can give you a platform to even to get that off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, thank you.
Whereas you always got a home here. Please come back and see us.
Of course.
Come back and get your shit out.
Come back and get that again. Pop that again, yeah. But yeah, it's this is Sound Clash Radio. That was Zara Amaechi. Shout out my boy Reg. Shout out the Hangout Network. And I am Talk the DJ. And we out.
Sound Clash Radio with Talk the DJ.